Juvenile crime exploded in the late 1980s and early 1990s, but then the rate slowly began to drop, and so did the number of gangs.
That doesn't mean gangs aren't a problem here in the Coachella Valley. In fact, right now, Southland gangs continue to recruit new, young members. Tonight, in a News Channel 3 special investigation, anchor Selena Avila shows us just how young some of them are.
Gang activity is nothing new in the Coachella Valley.
A young mother, 16-year-old Eunice Mora, was one of 2 people gunned down in the Dream Homes neighborhood of Cathedral City.
But a surprising new trend, gang members as young as 10 years old. You may remember the deadly stabbing of 23-year-old Jose Villalobos. Police charged 8 teenagers with murder in that case. 2 of them, 14 years old, now being charged as adults.
Well, one of the things, unfortunately, we're starting to see the kids being involved with gangs younger and younger.
Sergeant Timothy White, commander of Coachella Valley's Violent Crime Gang Task Force, says almost 2,000 gang members of all ages have been identified as part of 32 active gangs throughout the Coachella Valley.
10 years ago when I first started, we can focus at around 14 and 15 years old, but we're finding out now that kids are joining gangs as early as 11 years old, 10 years old.
With its close proximity to the Mexican border and Los Angeles, the Coachella Valley is right in the middle of a constant power struggle for guns and drug smugglers.
Once you join a gang, oftentimes it's too late and very difficult for kids to get out.
Young gang members are often generational, learning about the criminal lifestyle from their family and their environment.
Majority of my family, all of them fall into the same pattern.
This young teenager, who didn't want to be identified, knows all too well about the family's influence.
I have a little cousin that recently went to jail, just turned 13. He's a baby.
Emotional about her young cousin's choices, she says bottom line, it's a parent's job to keep their kids out of trouble.
I would say it's the #1 reason. It's just male role models, especially for the guys.
But when that doesn't happen, the community needs to step in. Youth groups such as this provide a safe place, an alternative for young kids who are considering or already involved in the gang before it's too late. Pastor Marvin Meraz, offspring of a family with criminal ties, says he understands the gang influence.
So if someone needed to steal something and they got caught, a child will not be persecuted as heavily as an adult. So that's why you see the age regressing younger and younger.
He now uses his faith to help the younger generation break the family tradition and shares the serious consequences of the lifestyle.
Some members, you have to take a life of someone else to prove that you're worthy to enter their segment of protection within the gang.
Experts say get to know your kids by asking them questions. Who are they hanging out with? What are they doing? When are they coming home? And where are they?
Those are kind of some of the warning signs to look out for, that you will know if in fact your kid may be involved in gang activity or not.
With only 12 investigators making up the entire Valley's gang task force, they need the community's help.
It's because we can't change everybody, but if we change one, if we save one, then our efforts are worth it.
And maybe more of the Coachella Valley's kids can enjoy their youth outside of a prison cell. Selena Avila, Kesq News Channel 3.